So what you're looking at here is the cover of a really remarkable book called Singapore Tamils 200. It was put together for Singapore's bicentennial. And the whole idea was to tell the stories of 200 people who really helped shape the nation's Tamil community. But, it's so much more than just a collection of biographies. At its heart, this whole project is about historical recovery. The goal, right, is to find and celebrate these stories of people who might have otherwise just been lost to time. The book calls them the Forgotten Champions, and today we're going to zoom in on one of them. Yep, we're going to talk about one of those incredible champions, Varathan. His story is just wow. It's an amazing tale of art, of hardship, and perseverance that really captures the spirit of this entire book. So, when you boil it all down, this is what Varathan left behind. At a time when artists, especially in the drama scene, were really struggling for any kind of recognition or respect, he became this incredible force for change, a real pillar of the community. But how he got there? Well, that's where the story gets really, really interesting. Absolutely nothing about Varathan's early life would make you think he'd end up in the arts. His journey didn't start with applause or stage lights. Nope, it began with struggle. And with a whole lot of uncertainty. Let's just walk through it for a second. He was born in Singapore in 1934, but his childhood got completely turned upside down by World War II. The family had to go back to India, and there they faced just crushing poverty. Despite all that, Varathan was a brilliant student, acing his studies in Tamil. But even when he got an invitation for higher studies, the family just didn't have the money. So at 19, he made the tough call to come back to Singapore, all alone, to find a job. And that journey back, it was grueling. We're talking an 8-day trip by sea. And get this, to give you an idea of what it was like, they brought 40 goats on board for food. This was not a cruise. This was about survival. And when he finally got here, he couldn't even start looking for work. He was immediately put into quarantine on St. John's Island for 3 days. For 6 long months, he found nothing. Can you even imagine that feeling of desperation? Finally, a friend helped him get a job as a mail distributor for a shipping company. The pay was low, but after all those months of uncertainty, it was everything. He said it himself. It felt like finding an oasis in a desert. Now here's the really wild part. Through all of this, up until 1953, the world of theater and drama meant absolutely nothing to him. His whole focus was just on surviving, not on art. He actually had a chance to see a famous play back in India, but it got canceled. It really seemed like his destiny was anywhere but on a stage. But, as fate would have it, a chance encounter with local theater was about to light a fire in him, a passion that would end up defining the rest of his life, and really reshaping the cultural landscape of Singapore. So, while he was out looking for work, he saw a few local Tamil plays. One of them was called Porval, and for the first time, something just clicked. A spark was lit. This whole world of storytelling, of performance, of people sharing an emotion in a room, it just called to him in a way that nothing ever had before. And Varathan didn't just decide to join the theater scene. He set out to completely transform it. In 1955, he founded the Rationalist Drama Forum. And this wasn't just some acting club. Oh no, this was a movement, and it was built on a really strict code of conduct: duty, dignity, and discipline. That foundation? It was about to unlock his greatest innovation. See, back then, there was this huge social stigma, which meant women almost never acted in plays. It was always men playing the female roles. But Varathan's forum, with its focus on dignity and discipline, created this safe, respectable space. And because of that, he was able to cast 2 women in leading roles. I mean, that was a massive barrier to break down. He changed Tamil drama in Singapore forever. He was a pioneer, a true visionary. But just as his dream was really taking off, it was about to hit a wall, a challenge that honestly could have ended everything before it even got started. So the stage was set for his first big play, Nechkopai, which means the Poison Cup. It was written by the famous M. Karanati. Tickets were sold out. The actors were ready to go. This was supposed to be his moment. And then this landed. A bill from the Customs Department for entertainment tax. The amount? $300. To put that number into perspective for you, a professional writer's salary back then was about $110 a month. So this tax was almost 3 months' pay. It was a staggering, just impossible amount of money. We're talking thousands of dollars in today's money. There was just no way Varathan could pay it. His dream was about to completely fall apart. But then, at the very last second, a man named Murugavel from the Tamil Marusu newspaper stepped in. He saw the potential in Varathan, and he paid the entire $300 tax. That one single act of faith didn't just save a play, it saved S. Varathan's entire career. After surviving that absolute trial by fire, Varathan didn't just bounce back. He flourished. He went on to create a legacy that went way, way beyond the stage. Nachukubai was a huge success. He paid back that $300 loan super quickly, and with all this new momentum, he produced a whole string of other hit plays, like Kadal Jyoti and Mani Magudam. He had officially cemented his reputation as a master of his craft. But here's where you really see his impact shine. For Varathan, art was never just for art's sake. He would stage these amazing productions to raise money for critical causes, everything from the National Theatre Fund to building funds for local schools. His stage became this powerful engine for building up his community. And this, right here, is why his story matters so much. A young man who crossed an ocean with nothing, found this completely unlikely calling, and then used it to lift up his entire community. This is exactly the kind of story that can disappear beyond the margins of historical memory. But thanks to projects like Singapore Tamils 200, it hasn't. His life is just such a testament to resilience and the incredible power of art. And it leaves us with a really important question. Every single community is built by forgotten champions, just like S. Varathan. So whose story in your community needs to be told next?